Yeah, Claire's accessories. Claire's
I
accessories.
will admit that I did not understand it until you just said it.
Coming Clair!
Bonjour Babs, je suis Claire, and welcome to another video. I'm here with another guest, Stinky Leggings. Hi,
Hi.
Stinky.
Hi.
How are you doing today, gorgeous?
I'm doing great. I'm doing fabulous. How are you, my darling?
I am fabulous. I am ready to get into this shindig. Before we jump into this week's episode of RuPaul's Drag Race Season 5, Episode 3, what were your thoughts on last week's episode?
So, a couple of thoughts. I think I do agree with the bottom two, but I don't necessarily agree that Tamara should have been as a high placement as she should have been. I think it's it's that kind of thing of like it feels like a little bit of pretty privilege of she's stunning, she's gorgeous, her ass is out, we love it. But like if someone else did that, or like so it just feels like they just love her and no shade to her. She did look amazing, but it's like she did just glue some stuff together, put a couple of feathers on, and then her whole hole was out.
My thoughts exactly. If you watched my last video, which I recommend you should do, because why not? The whole theme of this week was girl group challenges. Now, historically, this is one of my favorite episodes of Drag Race. And if I was on the show, the one of the episodes I'll be looking the most forward to.
The girl group episodes are my favorite as well. Like I'm the same as you. Like every time I like fantasize that I'm in RuPaul's Drag Race, I think about like, what my verse would be and like that kind of stuff. Like I think it's just so fun and it really showcases the girls.
Every time I change my drag name, hopefully Claire's here to stay. People always like, "Oh, what would my verse be?" And I'm always like, "Bonjour, bitches, je suis Claire, slither on into my dragon's lair."
Yeah, I
Yeah.
love that. All I have for my verse is like PU. What's that smell?
It's Stinky Leggings. Can't you tell? Right, you have the best story of how you got your drag name. You did
Yeah.
thought how right. My viewers need to hear this. How did you get your drag name? It's hilarious.
Okay. Okay. So I love a documentary. I'm a bit of a documentary fan. And there's one on Amazon Prime, which is called Lula Rich, and it's about LuLaRoe, which is a multi-level marketing scheme that sells leggings. Basically, not very good business. And they were to their distributors, they were selling like moldy leggings, dirty, wet, like awful. And then they had like a complaint system, and they had a drop-down option that said stinky leggings. And I just looked at it and I was like, that's me.
That's you, and Stinky was born. Which team of divas would you want to be on?
Well, I think there's two separate answers of what team I would like to be on and what team I'd probably be on. I think
Mm.
I would obviously I think everyone would have liked to be on the I can't remember the name of it, but the five of them.
Fierce Force 5.
Fierce Force Five.
It's five.
I think it'd be fun, campy and fun, but also I'm not a splits tricks kind of dancer. So on I think I would probably be in the underdog M42s, 52s. you know.
Personally, for me, I would think I would have wanted to be on M52s
Yeah, it
because
just seems fun, doesn't it?
it just seems fun. They were my favorite gals.
Yeah.
Always in PE, I was always the last to be picked, even in bottom set PE. Right, so it was called Ick My Yum. Stinky, what gives you the ick?
Well, I agree with I've forgotten literally all of their names because it's so confusing. But who won Ginger?
Ginger Johnson.
Yes, Ginger Johnson.
Yeah.
I'm kind of on the same side as them with like
Okay.
the ick of like turfs
I
um
completely agree.
and
Yeah.
Tories kind of thing.
Yeah.
So probably that. Also people that just aren't aware of what they look like. And I know I say that in full delusion, but like people just, when like people just have like just look pretty awful and they're like, I am serving.
I am serving. Anyway, things that give me the ick. The term ick gives me the ick.
Yeah, I think it's like overused now and it's just like It's like, oh, he gives me the ick because he puts his socks on. It's like kind of
Okay,
ridiculous.
wear socks. I don't know. Just say pet peeve. Other things that give me the ick. I'm actually quite good going, you know. I will
Mm.
tell you. I'll tell you straight to your face. So when they were in the studio, who did you think was on the struggle bus and who were you impressed with initially?
Honestly, I think everyone did well, and even the struggles were like, it's like it wasn't like a, oh, that's really bad. It was like a, oh, a bit pitchy, but that's fine. Like no one was the Roxy Andrews, do you know what I mean? Like,
I'm Rosie Anderson. I'm here to make it clear. I know you love me, baby. Why you brought me here was a bitch in season 5. I'm gonna make it right. They have me as so in challenge now. Give you what it's like. Pulling tricks, baby. Just like in Halloween. A room full of mothers and everything on the screen. I did feel initially felt bad for all kind of like the leftover queens. I kind of feel like it kind of did go in their favor because I could not see like Kate Butch in the other team or Tamara Thomas in the other team because we had 5 queens taking it extremely seriously. Like girl group, they had their fantasy and they literally thought that they were Girls Loud. Whereas the other team,
we're just having
they,
fun with it, and
they
they
were
were just,
fun.
yeah, like
Whereas
making it silly and making it like not so serious. And I think it was a really good juxtaposition of like
it
these
really
people
was.
that are like, yes, fierce, doing it, and then these other people literally blowing a foot of a saxophone.
We will get to that bit. So back in the workroom, not much workroom tea this week.
Yeah.
But Caramel gave this really, really emotional talk, which I really,
Mhm.
really hear and I really obviously anytime Caramel is on my screen, I'm like, yes.
Yeah, I think it's just so important to like not only just the trans representation in general, but also like black trans
Yeah.
representation, and like the struggles with that, and especially like at this political climate of where we're at, like with the government statements on trans people and stuff. And also because with Caramel, like she's from the States and things like that. So it was nice to see like her, because when we talk about like black trans women and things like that, I think it's often about America and things like that. But I think having that conversation as an American, but in the UK, I think it was still really important.
I 1,000% agree. Moving on to the main challenge. Nobody really bombed this week. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, it was a solid challenge. What did you think?
Yeah, same. I think it was like, obviously I think some people were stronger than others, but I don't
Mhm.
think anyone was like awful, really bad, messed up or anything like that. Like thinking back to like a couple of seasons ago with like oh, I've forgotten Scarlet Harlot, where
Oh my goodness.
just
Yeah.
completely blank, didn't do anything, and then walked off kind of vibe. I think everyone did really well, I think. And it was like two separate with the teams, it was like different vibes, but I enjoyed
Yeah.
both of them.
Yeah. It wasn't a bing bang bong. I
Hmm.
still really enjoyed it though. So, first group, Fierce was 5. They were a classic girl group. They took it very seriously. They had their looks. They all looked like they were one part of one group.
Yeah.
I really liked the sort of the vibe that they were going for.
Mm.
And I thought that they were really, really cohesive as a group. But yeah, so who were your standouts from that group?
um I think definitely Caramel,
Mhm.
definitely. But also Tamara, I think,
Yeah,
especially that first walk on, like that kind of like behind the stage and kind of like coming on stage. I thought that that was like so sickening. Like I think majority of people in that group killed it. There's a couple of people who I don't know, don't think did as well, but still did okay.
yeah, no, I definitely think I completely agree that Caramel did amazing. That's flip.
Yeah.
That did, wow, I could never do that. Tamara Thomas really wowed me. I would rather Queen was like delicious and a bit out of time, but really happy to be there, than Starlight Harlot when she was completely messing up the choreo and rolling her eyes.
Yeah, with Dee Dee, like she was having fun. She was having a ball of a time, and I think that that showed. And like what you said, I think that's more important when you're looking at it. Like it's like that energy and that kind of like, I don't care. I'm just here having fun. Like
Overall, I felt Fierce Force 5 gave a very clean and concise performance. They had the energy, they had the choreography. I was, yeah, I was very impressed.
Yeah, I was enjoying. I think even the ones that we hadn't really mentioned yet, like
Michael was
uh
really vivacious.
yeah, I think
They did it.
they were both really good. And I think, well, Vicky is just an amazing singer. And I think
Yeah, she had
Michael,
the best voice. She
yeah,
carried, yeah. She had the
and I
best
think
voice.
Michael brought energy. Michael was still having fun.
Moving on to the M52s. Going into the challenge, Miss Naomi Carter had suffered an injury. This would be important to say at the start. You know, her and Dee Dee were being a bit silly, a bit goofy, tit butting like two rams going at it. I would be gutted if I was in pain going through this challenge. And I was just like, how are they going to turn this around? Like, what are they going to do? If you're in pain, you either power through it, make your injury worse, or work around it. And I think they really, really found a great way around it.
Yeah.
So, starting off the number, Naomi's on that sofa looking gorgeous. It's like the intro to Friends. You have the couch. I was like, are they all going to join her? What's happening? And I think the best moment, yeah, of these three episodes was when Ginger Johnson literally stuck Naomi Carter's foot in her mouth and pretended to play the saxophone. What were
So
your
good. So good. I love that. That's my favorite moment of the series so far. Like, so
it,
good.
it just took me out. It took me out. They all really worked their space. I loved how individual they all looked. The other
Yeah.
team were cohesive. They kind of they were more of giving the other team were giving more of that manufactured girl group. You
Hmm.
know, they're similar, but they're all different but similar. They all like have that same
Like,
aesthetic.
this group was very much like, like in X Factor when they bring on the soloists that weren't good enough to be
Yes.
soloists and then they bring them on for a band. Like it was very that.
What were your thoughts on their group as a whole?
I really enjoyed it. I think they made a bit of a rough situation work out for them. Like I think Naomi absolutely killed it on that sofa. Like she can't do a lot, but what she can do, she was doing. And I did love that. I think she was good. I really enjoyed that. I enjoyed everyone, to be honest, in that group. Like it was just the lyrics were fun, everyone was having fun, like prancing around. It was a camp time and I enjoyed it.
I died of laughter when Ginger Johnson said, what was it she said? Something about ham.
Um, oh yeah, like I just ate ham. Or
I really like Banksy's verse when she spoke about Banks and Mash. Loved that. I feel like they had the most individual verses. Like I
yeah,
thought you could kind of tell that each queen who wrote which verse. Whereas the other queens groups, they all had great verses, but they were all a bit more tiny bit generic, apart from Caramel's.
I think it's very easy with this kind of challenge to go down the easy route of being like seven faced to Mama Roo and tiny waist and that kind
Yeah.
of like very
Yeah.
much like same same same.
Moving on to the runway, the theme of this week is pop icons. Stinky Leggings, who is your pop icon?
I've got a couple. I think one from my childhood is Jessie J. I was a massive Jessie J stan, like to the point where it was very embarrassing. Like I had a Twitter stan account, um full, like was involved in a video for her birthday, like that was a fan made video sent to her, like had posters on the wall, was known in school as like the Jessie J like person.
I would have probably gone as Lana.
Yeah. I
Well, I
think
feel
modern day Stinky would probably, I mean, I love Little Nas X. Like
Mhm.
I love him so much. I also I'm in my Taylor Swift era. But then I think it's, I don't know, I think it's with things like this, it's trying to find something that's relevant, but also not
Yeah,
like samey as everyone.
no, so true, Diva. Okay, first up to the stage, we have Vicky Vivacious. What are your thoughts on this look?
I thought it was, I did enjoy it. I thought it was good. I think it's obviously very, very Freddie, but not, like you've bought a costume from, Smithy's. But I do really enjoy it. I thought it was good.
Definitely got Freddie Mercury. I know exactly what look it's referencing. I agree with you. There was a bit too much emphasis on the crown and the
Yeah.
cape. as gorgeous as they were very, very gorgeous. They did not look cheap at all. They were stunning. They were great stage props. In a performance, they would work gorgeously. I wish there was a bit more emphasis on the actual outfit itself. It
Yeah.
felt very, remove the cape and the crown.
And it's just a jumpsuit.
Could have been dragged up a bit. I know
Yeah.
I'm not one to talk, but this is my review show. And so I'm going to review it, obviously. So could have been a bit camper, actually. Could have
Yeah.
had a bit more something to it, like some sort of embellishment to the jumpsuit.
Glitter chest hair, or like, you know, just something a little more pizzazz rather than it just be like, okay, that's Freddie Mercury. Fab.
Next up to the stage, we have Dee Delicious. So I really enjoyed this. Nicki Minaj is an icon. I really, really liked it. I liked the jacket. I liked the cohesion, the pink and the white, really gorgeous. What do you think, Stinky?
Yeah, same. I like it, but I think it's just fine, if that makes sense. Like for me, I think it's I see it and I'm like a bit similar to Vicky, but I feel like for Dee Dee it was a little bit like, okay, yeah, Nicki Minaj, but I don't know. I think there could have been maybe a bit more. Maybe I do think it's cute and I do think it's nice. I think it's maybe just not my cup of tea. But I do appreciate the Nicki Minaj reference and stuff.
Not your cup of Dee Dee. I completely get Nicki. I've got Nicki. My problem with it, Nicki Minaj has some really wacky out there looks.
Yeah, I think it's
That's
just a safe Nicki Minaj. That's why I've got a problem with it. Like, if you're gonna do Nicki, do Nicki. Like, come out with the
go
crazy
out all
wig.
the way. No, she was known for crazy wigs. Yes, she did have the wig. Yes, she has crazier wigs. Love the outfit. The attention to detail was there. It was gorgeous. It was a Nicki, Nicki Minaj is known for wearing pink. Can we talk about her makeup? Her makeup is amazing.
Yeah, yeah, very.
Oh, fuck what Michelle Visage said about her nose. She was like, "You're like contouring a bit too much to a harsh point." I like it.
It's drag. It's drag.
You're
But like,
right.
but also it's like they will criticize people for like not doing it enough and like barely having any makeup on. And then when someone finally does like put the makeup on, it's like, oh yeah, but now it's too much. It's like, baby, this is drag. You've got to drag it up.
Next up to the stage, we have Caramel. What are your thoughts?
Oh, stunning. Like absolutely stunning. Like this is like taking the brief and then like kind of making it your own of like it's I'm not too sure on like the exact outfit that she's referencing, but I still completely get that it's Beyonce. Like it's it's drag, it's stoned to hell, it looks fabulous on her. She's absolutely serving it. Like I love this outfit so much.
There are so many Beyonce looks that you could do. And it was so refreshing to see that this is quintessential Beyonce, but it's also a bit like newer Beyonce.
Yeah, it's not like the same like of everyone else. Like if you were to think of Beyonce, it's not like the standard one that you would think of, but it's still like recognizable Beyonce.
Hey, oh goodness. Next up, we have Tamara Thomas. What are your thoughts?
Mm. So I think this is the one that I like the least out of all of the runways. This episode, I think I'm a bit biased because I really don't like Elvis. I think it was just it might be bedazzled and have, appliques and stuff, but it just looks like a tracksuit. And
Yeah, it's very
it's like a tracksuit with heels and like
I mean, that's UK tour. It's dipping UK tour.
yeah.
No, what I will say, the embellishments are gorgeous. The
Yeah.
stones are gorgeous. A lot of effort went into the stoning. I just wish it looked better as a whole. Whereas when they zoomed in on the embellishments, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Elvis is one of the most well-known people to impersonate. It's like up there with like Michael Jackson, Madonna, Lady
Yeah.
Gaga. So many, entertainers impersonate Elvis and just do it better. I know it wasn't an impersonation challenge. I know it's the wrong way.
Where's the cape? Where's the collar or anything? Where's the The hair is like it should have been like big coif.
I have
Big,
a massive problem with the hair was just so flat.
yeah,
Like I did like the hair, but the hair should have been bigger. Maddie Morphosis on her season did Elvis just so much better.
yeah,
And it's such a hard person to do really well.
yeah.
There are some icons which if you can't go big, just go home. Next up to the stage, we have Michael Maruli. Oh my goodness.
Oh,
I cackled. The minute I saw this on my TV screen, I cackled. Now, this is creativity. This
yeah,
is why Drag Race. The theme was pop icons. Not only did she as one pop icon, she went as five. They're all iconic individually, but together they are
yeah.
iconic. What were your thoughts?
I just think this is, like you said, it's so creative. It's so well done. It's not, I think the risk that you take with something like this is it could look a bit like arts and crafts hodgepodge, but I think it's so well executed. You can get all the references of the different Spice Girls. I really like the small details of the stitching between them. Like even on the wig, like the stitching on the wig and stuff. Like the split wig as well. We need to talk about that. Like so
Georgina,
good.
so gorgeous. The fact that I can see all the references, having the baby spice and the ginger spice hair, because they're both so iconic in themselves, together is gorgeous. Having the Starry Spice leopard print all over, gorgeous.
Mhm.
Having the Ginger Spice Union Jack reference is so gorgeous. Next up, we have Banksy. Wow. What were your
Oh,
thoughts?
this is, I think, this ties for me between Michael and Banksy for
I
the
agree.
boots look. I think I love Banksy's look so much. I think it's so like the cut of it and the structure of like the trousers and like because it's a jumpsuit, but like the bottoms, oh, it's like the with the little oh, it's so good. I adore it. And like the makeup with the like little circle like on their head. I think I adore this look so much.
I love this so much. Now, doing David Bowie, risky move.
Yeah.
Such an iconic person with some outstanding looks from his career. And to do something, the attention to detail is there. The
Yeah.
makeup, flawless, so creative, and that
Well,
jump fitted to a T. Next up, we have Miss Naomi Carter. What are your thoughts?
it it was fine. I think it was very safe, and I think there was just not a lot of impact with it. Like we've seen this before, like the with the Beyonce and the Lemonade reference. I think it was just a bit basic. Like the dress was a bit basic. Yes, she rhinestoned the bat, and we love that for her. But I think there was just so much more. I think, like they Candy Muse, I think I preferred
Mhm.
Candy Muse's version a lot more to Miss Naomi Carter. It's just yeah, it wasn't giving for me, to be honest.
I agree. Considering Lemonade is such a standout in Beyonce's career, this would be good if it was a dress up party.
Yeah, or a brunch number or like
Be gorgeous for a brunch number, you know what? Mini challenge. But for the main stage, like it's missing the flowers.
yeah,
The dress itself is really gorgeous, but it's missing the Beyonce isms.
yeah,
It's missing the level of polish which Beyonce does. And unfortunately, Caramel also did Beyonce and
yeah.
just did it better. And I hate comparing and contrasting when queens do the same person. It was just really unfortunate. Next up to the stage, we have Ginger Johnson. What are your thoughts on this look?
I thought it was good. I thought it was good. I liked the details. I think like the feathers. I like the feathers on the boots as well. That was very, very fun. I think they could have maybe added more like the glasses, but it was just like I don't know, like a Vegas showgirl version of Elton rather than like
Yeah, I get that. Yeah. It was beautifully designed. I loved all the
Mhm.
silver paillettes on the bodysuit. Loved it. Ginger that knows her body. That
Yeah,
body was naturaled. The feathers were dipping. I got Elton John straight away. She could have had some sunglasses. They could have, improved the look. Could have amplified it a bit. But we all know as performers, if you have like glasses, You don't want to mess up the gorgeous mug, do you know? Our last queen to walk the runway is Kate Butch. What were your thoughts on this look?
I think it's so good. I wasn't expecting her to do Shania Twain. I think
Twain.
none of us really did.
Nobody was, no.
I think it was obviously it was very expected for her to do Kate Bush, but I liked how it was that surprise. I think the look was good. I liked the all the leopard print and like all the details and stuff. But I also liked the campiness of it, like the little reveals of like the car and the Brad Pitt. I think it that kind of made it more for me. I really enjoyed it. It was really good.
I completely agree. I really loved it. In terms of the construction of it, I really liked it. Did not realize how Shania Twain was known for leopard print. And then after research, I'm like, yeah, so much
Yeah.
leopard, so gorgeous. And yeah, and I really, really, bit of left field. For me, I was completely like, Kate Bush, which letters she didn't do. She's got so many. Oh my God, Shania Twain. I think it's a crime that she's been safe, safe, safe. So the M52s were all safe, and Fierce Force 5, they were all high. What were your thoughts on the high queens?
I think so. I it's hard because like I do agree with the top two. Like I do agree with it for like the performance, especially like Carmel 100%. I think Tamara with Tamara, I think her outfit made her lower for me.
Mm,
But it's her performance was so good. But I wouldn't have minded Michael being in the top two instead, especially because of that runway.
yeah, my thoughts exactly. Caramel, 1,000% deserved to be in the top two. Personally, for me, because I do like having a bit of emphasis on the runway. She did a fabulous performance. Her burst was great. She had that energy. And the most creative runway for me,
Yeah.
she should have been top. So yeah, my
Yeah.
top two would have been Michael and Cara. I just loved the M52 so much.
Yeah, I
I loved
think
their vibe so much. Like, I don't know whether it was like, see, I don't actually think I would have judged them in teams.
no, I don't like it when they do that. Like I think yes, you are a team, but also you're an individual performing on a stage. And I think that if you're not bringing enough energy, you shouldn't just get to be in the top just because you're the rest of the
Yeah,
team.
I completely agree. I'm so happy that there were no bottoms this week because I felt it would have been really unfair to put Naomi in the bottom for an injury.
Yeah.
Overall, most people did a stunning job. So yeah, I completely, love this episode. And you know what? Oh my goodness, I was annoyed. They had Sophie Ellis Bextor right there.
And you're not going to do Murder on the Dance Floor?
I know Becky Hill is probably 10 times cheaper than Sophie Ellis Bextor to do, but the song, it was okay. The
Yeah,
lip sync,
it's like it's a song that you hear on Capitol, like
Capital FM. So yes, what were your thoughts on the actual lip sync?
but the lip sync was good. I think I think it was probably the best one we've had so far. Um, but I think definitely Carmella stormed it, I think.
What's her
Like,
name?
yep.
What's her
Caramel? Carmella?
name? Exactly. It was in Camilla.
Carmella.
This was like the best performance so far because both performers were neck and neck.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
think Tamara was good. I liked the little like reveal into the bikini, the letting the hair down.
yeah, that was gorgeous. That was stunning. Yeah, I
I
love it
think
when.
that she could have done more.
Mhm.
I think like I'm not a splits and tricks kind of performer, but I think that that could have been done if
Yeah,
that's in her wheelhouse. But I think with Carmel, it was right when she did the little
right.
jump split.
Yes. Also, it absolutely. Also, in terms of the episode, I think she also deserved to win the episode.
Yeah, yeah, very that because obviously, like with she was the choreographer of her group, she led them. I think yeah, definitely deserved.
Awesome. Right. Amazing. So yeah, that's been the episode. Woo! We made it. Thank
Woo!
you. So yes, amazing. So yeah, overall, great episode. Stinky Leggings. Where can people find you?
You can find me on Instagram at Stinky Leggings.
I've been Tez Accessories. Thank you so much for watching. Like if you want to, subscribe if you want to. Comment down below. Who's your pop icon? And yeah, work. Bye, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
When one video ends, just open up another one. It's called minge viewing. I support you.